Welcome to Classic Game Room. What happens when you combine the movies Mad Max and The Road Warrior with the video game Road Rash? You get Outlander on the Sega Genesis, which has the official Sega seal of quality. And you can run over bad guys, so it's got to be good. It's a shame we don't get to hear any screaming or crunching noises when running over them, but oh well. This is Outlander from 1992. Not to be confused with Highlander. One is from Mitsubishi, the other is from Toyota. But if this game were a car, it would be all Mad Max Interceptor. It's basically the Road Warrior without the movie license. Where the objective is to drive from one post-apocalyptic wasteland town to the next without running out of fuel or getting yourself shot. As you're driving along fighting bad guys, this warning siren will go off and your turn signal will start flashing. That means pull over and shoot everybody in whatever crap hole town you end up in, and steal their water, food, and gas. Then make your way back to your car and continue driving. I'm surprised he doesn't have a shaggy dog with him. As you pull up alongside motorcycles, you whip out your double-barreled shotgun pistol and fire away. I know. They should have called this game Mad Max with 2 Ds and 2 X's. Maybe nobody would have noticed. I like that the bad guys can't shoot down even though he's kneeling right in front of them. That makes about as much sense as the guy from Rolling Thunder not being able to fire up even though he's a super spy. I mean, maybe these people actually had their brains rotted from nuclear war and fallout, but there's no excuse for the super spy in Rolling Thunder not being able to shoot upwards. And survival skill number 1, you want to punch post-apocalyptic nuclear thugs in the balls. That's the quickest, fastest, and safest way to get rid of them. Outlander is hilarious, and it's an ambitious title for the Sega Genesis, combining driving with some side-scrolling beat-em-up action. Now, the side-scrolling parts aren't really that good, but the driving's not bad. It's not a very smooth game, as you can see, but there's lots of explosions, and explosions are always good, even if they're jerky. I guess you're really supposed to drive as well as possible without running into things or crashing into motorcycles in order to make that gas last as long as possible, and you collect food and health and armor and stuff as you drive along. Uh-oh, my gas warning light is going off again, and seriously, as sad as this is to say, playing this game will make you want to trade in your Mad Max car for a Prius. If for no other reason, then you might actually make it to the next town without running out of gas and being shot at by mutants. So, yeah, you know, I'd like to trade the heavily armored Ford Falcon in for that light green Prius, please. Thanks. Shh. Just don't tell anyone. Now that's the warning klaxon I've been waiting to hear, the one that signals I'm at the next town. As you continue exploring prime real estate like Blast Point, you'll collect SAM missiles that you'll use to shoot down the little helicopters that come straight out of the Road Warrior. It's all here in Outlander from Mindscape. I think this game is also on the Super Nintendo. Is it called Super Outlander? It's an interesting game, fun for a little while. The biggest problem is the driving sequences are a bit jerky. Actually, they're really jerky, but it's definitely cool. and if you can find it for a reasonable price worthy of a spot in your Genesis collection. A big classic game room thank you and shout out to our friend Thor from Birmingham, England, for sending this to the show. It's not a game I was familiar with on the Genesis, but now I am. Now I can say I've played Outlander, which definitely has its moments. It's a quirky good time for fans of Mad Max and the Road Warrior, even though it doesn't say that on the packaging.